What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the God Next podcast. I'm your host, Mitch and Dono, my co-host, Dono Moore.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As you can see, we back in the studio, man. You know what I'm saying? It's NBA time. We've been doing a lot of NFL episodes recently, definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's time to give the people what they want, you know what I'm saying? So it's just to bring that in, bring in that same energy, happy holidays, We're playing a game today, all right? It's called Stick or Melt is what I'm going to call it. You know what I'm saying? I think that works. Holiday season, you get it, right? Snow, stick or melt.
Okay.
All right, so anyway, I'm going to give you a list of 6 teams, basically. I got a list of 6 teams, and we're going to go through each team and talk about their situation and see if it's going to stick or melt, basically. So I hope you guys like the video. Make sure you comment, subscribe, all that type of stuff. Like the video, of course, and enjoy the intro.
Yo, turn it up, Slack. I can't hear nothing.
All right, man. So for this edition of Stick or Melt, it's going to be early season surprises. So first team on the list, we're going to do East and Western Conference. So first team on the list is going to be the Washington Wizards. So they are currently 4th in the East. They are 8th in the league in defensive rating, 8th in opponent points per game. So stick or melt on the Wizards finishing 4th in the Eastern Conference.
I'm going to go with melt on that one. I still think the Wizards will make the playoffs, but to see them be in top 4, I think teams like Atlanta will get hot. And there's a couple other teams out there I think will move up the rankings too. I definitely see the Wizards being in that top 6, but top 4, I don't really know about that one. They still got some inconsistencies they got to figure out. Still got Hachimura coming back, so some chemistry things there. But I say they'll melt a little bit, but I still got them in the playoffs.
Definitely. So like right now, even Bradley Beal's not even really playing that well for the team. Right? He's averaging 23 points per game right now. He averaged 31 last year, so that's just a little point to talk about. And he's also shooting like his worst percentage from 3, which is 27% right now. So like they could definitely, there's definitely room to improve actually, but I really don't think it's gonna stick just because like even in the early season predictions episode that we had, we was like, nah, like they're not even gonna make the playoffs basically. So like for them to be playing so well right now, I think it's fluke right now, just to be honest. But I mean, you're a Wizards fan, so I mean, do you hope it's gonna stick, or like you're just like it's all just?
Nah, it's definitely gonna stick. They're not gonna stay in the top 4.
Yeah, no.
I got them in like the 6 range, 6, 7.
Okay.
6, 7. I see them right there, but they definitely will make the playoffs. I think definitely playoffs.
All right, well let's move on to the next team. We got the Charlotte Hornets. Now they're currently sitting at 5th in the East right now. They're 2nd in the league in points per game. With 12 points, with 112, points per game. They're 3rd in the NBA in pace because of LaMelo Ball, of course. Be throwing a lot long court passes, and So 9th in the league in offensive rating. So stick or melt right now for the Hornets being 5th in the Eastern Conference.
I might go with melt on that one too. I feel like the Hornets are still so young. I can see them in like that same Wizards territory, 6, 7 range, around that area. Because like I said, Atlanta still has better basketball to play. Philly, obviously, when Embiid gets back and whatever they do with Ben Simmons, they'll move up because they're always solid in the regular season. So, yeah, I might go melt on that one, but I still got the Hornets in the playoffs. It's just they're so young, so they'll definitely have inconsistencies this year. But
yeah, absolutely. And then we talked about it for years. They still don't have a serviceable center. Miles Plumlee's not terrible.
He's decent,
as compared to Cody Zeller. I feel like it's an upgrade.
But you're comparing to Cody Zeller,
right? Exactly. At the end of the day, it's still Cody Zeller.
Exactly.
Still Mason Plumlee. I mean Miles Plumlee. Excuse me. He's trash. Just garbage for the most part. But LaMelo, how you feel about him making an All-Star game this year? He's averaging 19 points per game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and he's shooting 90% at the free throw line.
I feel like he almost could be a lock for the All-Star game.
I think he
is. Just a player as polarizing as that, already the big social media following he has. Yeah. Players like that, it's hard to keep him out of the All-Star game because that's what the fans want to see, and the NBA is one of the best leagues at giving the fans what they want to see. So I feel like he'll definitely be in the All-Star game.
Especially if he's giving them a reason to. He's playing really well.
Exactly. Right? As long as the Hornets stay in like the top 5, 6 range for the All-Star break, they got to get an All-Star on there.
And I think they will. Next team up is going to be the Boston Celtics. Now they're currently 10th in the East. They're middle of the pack for most of their statistics. But like they're 9th in defensive rating, shockingly. So stick or melt for the Celtics at 10th in the East.
I'm definitely going to say melt on that one. I can see the Celtics reaching like, same with the Wizards and Hornets, like that 7-8 range. Jason Tatum has just been playing horrible to start the season. I've seen some nights he shot like 7 for 25.
Right.
So he's not shooting that great right now. And the Celtics don't really have a real identity to me. Al Horford is,
He's been better than I thought he would be. Honestly.
Yeah, but
I
don't really understand why they have him. What's the purpose of Al Horford? What do you gain from having him on the court?
They could have brought in somebody a little younger, but I mean, he's been decent.
Yeah,
I'll give him that. But
and then off the bench they got Peyton Pritchard and Dennis Schroeder. That's two people that play the same position and are smaller at the guard position. So they rely on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown a lot, but they'll definitely be in that 7-8 range. I don't think they'll stay at 10 unless one of them get hurt.
I'm gonna have to say Melt definitely with them being at 10. But I could definitely see them at 8, maybe. They're definitely going to be bottom of the Eastern Conference this year just because the Eastern Conference is so strong right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely, I think, the better conference out of the two, especially with all the injuries going on out west. So let's move on to the next team. The LA Lakers, first on the list. It's your team, man. One of your teams because I know you follow LeBron.
Yeah.
7th in the West. They're coming off a triple OT loss against the Sacramento Kings. You know, everybody saw that. Everybody's talking about that. They're 23rd in the league right now in offensive rating. They're 20th in defensive rating. And they're 29th in points per game. Second in pace, though. Russell Westbrook. He's going to definitely push the ball. So, stick or melt for the Lakers?
Definitely melt. I feel like they're still getting that cohesion down. Anthony Davis, I feel like, has to be a lot more consistent than what he's been so far this season. And I feel like their rotation will change when everybody's healthy as well. Kendrick Nunn still has yet to play this year. Trevor Ariza still has yet to play. And I feel like those minutes can make sure that guys like Kent Bazemore don't touch the court, and DeAndre Jordan shouldn't really be on the court that much. Avery Bradley, they can use him in spots, but I feel like Kendrick Nunn's probably the better player there because he's a better offensively and he plays defense too. So, and then Melo's been playing great. Him and LeBron have been like the two bright spots on the team this season. So, I definitely think the Lakers will get up in the top 5, top 4 range. They're just getting the cohesion down right now.
Okay. For me, it's going to be definitely Melt. I definitely think that they'll be better as the season goes on. But I don't know how much better, me personally, because they still have Russell Westbrook at their point guard. You know how I feel about Russ. But I'm going to give you some stats, though. He's led the league in turnovers 4 times in his career. Yeah. And he's on track to do it a 5th time right now as he's leading the NBA as we speak.
IQ has definitely always been one of his top issues.
Exactly. And, I feel like you can't not have IQ on the team with LeBron James. I feel like it's just not going to work out. But, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
And Anthony Davis is actually playing a better season than he did last year, which is, going unnoticed, actually. He's playing better than he did last year. And he's actually averaging more rebounds now at 10.2. And he averaged, 8 last year. Yeah. So,
his free throw shooting still hasn't been great.
His three-point shooting is the problem. He's shooting 16% from 3 this year, bro.
Wow.
16%. He's been horrible from 3.
And he hasn't been great from the free throw line either.
Yeah, he's not been great from the free throw line. Something wrong with his jump shot right now. And he shot 26% from 3 last year, and it was 33 the year before. So it's just going off a cliff these last few years. So, I mean, it's AD and Russ for me. I mean, I feel like if LeBron's not playing, you gotta be able to pick it up.
Exactly.
And they're going into overtime games with teams like the
triple
Pistons,
overtime against the Kings.
and then triple overtime against the Kings. It's like, bro, shouldn't be fighting this hard.
Lost to the Thunder twice after being up 20 points.
Exactly. And then they let the Hornets beat them. It's just crazy at this point. They got to really pick it up. And I don't know when it's going to click for them, but I do eventually think it will click.
Yeah.
I will say that. So next team is the LA Clippers. Now, I don't know how nobody's talked about this. It's actually crazy. They are 5th in the West right now. They're 3rd in opponents' points per game. They're 8th in pace, and they're 2nd in defensive rating. PG is actually playing worse than he did last year. He's shooting 33% from the 3. He shot 41 last year. His field goal percentage is down, but I kind of expected that because it's just him. Teams can kind of just key in on him.
Yeah.
And Reggie Jackson is he's averaging 18 points per game, which is 7 more than last year, but it's all of his percentages are down. Field goal percentage is down. 3-point percentage down. All of that. So, stick or melt on the Clippers being 5th in the West.
I would say melt on that. I can see teams like the Lakers getting hot. I don't know who else is at the bottom of the West right now in terms of the 7 through 10, but I can see a couple of those teams getting hot. But Paul George's been playing solid basketball, very solid basketball. He's playing almost the Pacers Chris Paul. It's just he's playmaking better this
Paul
year.
George.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, Pacers Paul George, but he's playmaking better this year. Teams are keying in on him, so his teammates have been stepping up a little bit. And Tyronn Lue is a very underrated coach. He's a very solid coach. And I feel like he's proved that since Kawhi's been out. So I definitely see the Clippers in the playoffs, but top 5 is tough to see because I just don't think they have enough to maintain that.
Absolutely. I can't say top 5 either, just because, you got teams like the Mavs that don't even have Luka right now.
Yeah.
You got teams I'm trying to think who's middle of the pack also in the West. Why is nothing coming to mind?
Memphis.
Yeah, they just lost Ja though, so I think they're about
Is he
to
out for the year?
He's not out for the year, but he'll be out for like 2-3 weeks, I think.
Okay, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. So
That's
they're gonna
hurt.
drop like quite a
That's
few
gonna
games
hurt.
on that. But like, I feel like they're not fifth in the West material. Definitely not the Clippers. I mean, Paul George is good. He's having a really good season and all of that. But yeah, it's just him and Reggie Jackson for the most part. So I definitely don't.
Terrence
see
Mann is solid.
Terrence Mann is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's averaging 9 points. It's literally Paul George at 23, Reggie Jackson at 18, and then
Everybody else. Yeah.
yeah, literally. It drops off so much. So it's basically just them. So
Yeah.
I don't see that sticking. So last but not least, it was hard to find a team to put on this list in the West, but it's gonna be the Houston Rockets for me
Okay.
because currently they are dead last in the NBA at 2-16. Offensive rating is 27th. Opponents' points scored is going to be 27th in the league. 18th in defensive rating, but they're first in pace, which is kind of weird because I think they're first in turnovers as well. But I think it's really something to talk about because they're currently on track to be one of the worst teams of all
history.
time.
Yeah,
literally. Like the worst team ever was 9. They went 9-73. I think it was the 76ers.
Trust the process.
Yeah. No, that was 1972. That's the worst. That's the worst one of all time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 9-73. But they are 2-16 right now. It's not looking good. Jalen Green has looked awful. Jalen Green has been horrible, bro. He's shooting 38% from the field and 28% from three, and averaging 14 points. He's supposed to be rookie of the year. That's what he said. He said it. I heard him. He said it. He said, I want to be rookie of the year, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. KPJ is his first time running point guard. He's averaging 4 turnovers a game. Horrible. Yeah. Christian Wood has been atrocious. He's averaging 15 points per game. He averaged 21 last year, and his 3-point percentage is dipped. So, like, stick or melt on them being the worst team in the league.
I feel like that's gonna stick.
Okay.
I don't know because it's. I don't know any other team that's worse than them in the NBA. Like the Pelicans are trash right now, but Zion's coming back, so that should give them a few more wins. In the East, the Magic are pretty bad, but I feel like they're a little bit better than the Rockets. That's not saying much, but the Pistons are bad, but they beat the Rockets head to head. So
they did. I think the Pistons,
and they almost beat the Lakers if it wasn't for the whole, that debacle. But
that's true. That's very true. I think the Pistons should, on paper, be worse, but like I really did not see the Rockets being this bad. Like I thought they would be like around where the Kings are, kind of like winning some games, but like losing more than they win, of course. But like 2-16, bro.
I had a feeling they would be this bad because they're so young. Like they don't have any guidance. I feel like John Wall can help in that department, but
I agree. I feel like that's why he should be playing though.
Yeah,
because it's like you got Jalen Green trying to create all his own shots when John Wall could do that for him. Same
and just ease him in.
And ease him in. You know what I'm saying? Get him some easier shots so he's not just So yeah. But that's all the teams I got on my list for early season surprises. I hope you guys like the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that type of stuff. And we're going to be right back at y'all with some more basketball videos.
Yeah.
Until then, we out here.
Yeah.